Hi there. My name is Eunice Njeri. This is Hustles Zetu. We are at the Vicmark Hotel, the cradle of comfort. Here we have great, amazing conference facilities. We have accommodation. We have a restaurant and a rooftop lounge just for you. So Vicmark Hotel is right in the middle of Nakuru City. Karibu sana. Today we are talking about women empowerment, and I'm delighted to host a lovely lady, and I will allow her to introduce herself to you. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Eunice. My name is Jacklyne Jackson. I come from Nakuru, born from Baringo, and raised up in Nairobi, back to Nakuru, and again back to Baringo.
Okay.
I work with Women Like Us Center,
Okay.
which is a non-governmental organization
Okay.
that deals with women and girls and young mothers.
And young mothers.
Yes.
Now, how did you begin your journey? Or could you kindly tell us about how growing up in Baringo or living in Baringo was like for you?
Personally, I come from Baringo. That is where my home is. And in Baringo, we have different tribes. But for me, I'll personally say that I come from Ilchamus tribe, formerly known as Jeps. But for anyone else to at least understand where you're coming from, we are part of the Samburu people.
You're part of the Samburu community?
Yeah, the Samburu community.
Okay.
So being raised in there is a place whereby women and girls do not have the opportunity for education,
Okay.
or even a say in the world of, in their own words as people, or as they are not being treated well as women and girls. There is that part of cultural beliefs and cultural barriers when it comes to women and girls.
Okay.
So in 2013, when I joined university, I joined university in 2012, 2013, we started doing part of sanitary distribution. Why did I start the part of sanitary distribution? From the place that I come from, there is a lot of issues when it comes to sanitary distribution. Like there's part that people use part of mattresses for the part
for the menstrual cycle.
When the menstrual hygiene is there, and I thought it was something good for me to just bring up some good friends of mine in the university and outside university, and we would put up some monthly distribution sanitary tiles and take them to schools in Baringo, like primary schools actually in Baringo.
Okay.
Because when you go to secondary, there's that part that maybe a parent might buy, or there are teachers who understand about the menstrual hygiene. So formally we were taking it to girls. The organization was not registered as per that. Okay. So we were just doing as friends, coming up, putting in some food also, and then looking in for partners who can support us. Yeah. Wow.
So what challenges did you encounter? Now you are trying to empower this very young girl. So what challenges did you encounter even before now you got to registering your organization, Women Like Us? How was that like, the whole initiative back there with the men and the cultural beliefs against the women? How was that like for you?
Like personally, I was, what we were trying to do as friends was just being human and doing part of the humanity.
Yeah.
In which area? In just like understanding the part that I come from.
Okay.
There is that part that you come from that you understand what other people are going through. So for me personally, I was doing it just to save the girls outside there, and also to give them a voice from the place that I come in. So when we were doing that, we started it as just friends and sanitary tiles and all that. But all this did not just come in like in one day. There are those challenges that you went through as a person, and also you remember that also your age mates and the people that you are in the same class also passed through those challenges. The sanitary part of it, the early marriages, the FGM, and also the dropout of schooling. Like they didn't believe. Even now, I think this is the time that everyone else is coming up and believing in girls in around our area, that we have others who have done degrees, others are doing masters, but before there was nothing like that, which is part of empowerment, and I'm happy about it.
Okay.
And when we saw that it was not all about sanitary tile, there was something else that was needed.
Okay.
So when we came in as friends, we decided, like, can we just do this as an organization now, put it a name and decide to do something on it, and then maybe look for some funding and see how we are going to stand as an organization now. So that is when now we registered as Women Like Us. We didn't have a name. We were just doing it as friends.
Okay.
And
now your friends now are the women.
Yes.
The girl child supporting another girl child.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we came to Nakuru, we also saw, like, there's part of the GBV part of it, the gender-based part
Yes,
of it.
yes,
The women are being, like, because you are not getting anything, you get like a man beating you up because you don't
have the voice. You can't even
you can't provide for your kids. You can't provide even 20 bob for yourself. So we decided, like, instead of just doing sanitary tile, what else can we do to these women and to these girls, and then the younger generation that are coming up? That is when now we put up the center and the skill center. Now that is when we decided to put about machines, whereby these women, if you are working at selling fruits or maybe selling njugus around their homes, or you do the washing of clothes in the morning, you can still come to the center, get some skills, and then you can get something to eat in the evening.
So even before we get to the center, Jackie, I would imagine how hard it was for you trying to now empower a woman back there, and this man back there would want a woman who has no voice. So did you receive any animosity from the men, and how are you able to counter that?
I would say yes, there is that part of the animosity part of it.
Okay.
Because even the chiefs themselves, they were not like, when you talk about, there's a lot of rape activities that are happening around home. There's also the part of the age, the early marriages, whereby you are being married by an old man and you are younger, no education, no nothing. So when we were trying to fight out the early marriages and the FGM with the girls, actually there was a lot of animosity, simply because now I'm their own and I'm the one fighting them.
Wow, you're now fighting them.
Yes, now I'm their own and now fighting them on the FGM part and all that.
Okay.
But I think there are those women, as much as they were not much educated, but they were so helpful, I would say so, because as per that time we started, like we said, it's now not about the fight, but telling them the importance of education when it comes to girl child. So we started taking in like a group of young men and women and putting them together, but as per that time there were no, like, you put them in a barazas whereby women sit aside and men sit the other side. So communication will be on this side of men, whereby the women, they have the rule of like respect what the other men are saying. So by the end of the day, you will go up getting the information from the men and you don't have anything from the women. So we decided, like, maybe now we can be empowering men as men, and then we empower women as
the women.
So that when it comes whereby there is a voice that a woman should speak, they can also speak. And we were empowering them in terms of, if your girl is the one who can stand in front of people and maybe speak, how would you feel as a man? Now leaving out the cultural part of it, I still believe in my culture, of everything that they do. Like, the only part that I'm running away is the part of early marriages and the part of FGM. I still respect my culture, whatever that it is. But kuna zile zenye ziko
outdated,
so that is what we are fighting in. And I thank God, because as per now as we speak, I think it has been almost 8 years of doing so.
Wow.
And it has come out clearly that we have educated girls from the community, and we have gone as far as not just around my home where I come from, we have gone to as far as Tiati East, the other part of the Pokots and the Tugens and the Kanichin, whereby now we have activities there that has been running on since 2018, and we thank God that far, because now we are seeing, like, there's that empowerment of women, whereby we were looking at that part when we were starting it.
So after Baringo, you came to Nakuru, and then Women Like Us. Tell us about that.
So after Baringo, we came to Nakuru. We were doing it far away from us, because that is where we started taking sanitary. That is where we started now gaining the ideas and getting the stories of what women go through, what can we do to these women.
Exactly.
Then by the year 2018, I was working, I'm a counselor psychologist by profession and a child counselor. So as much as I was doing charity work, I was also working in other organization in Narok, whereby also it was all about women empowerment and also looking at the part of girls, child education and the importance of it. Then that is where I met a woman. Her name is Linda Lindelman. She is my donor and the co-founder of Women Like Us now. So when we came in, I was with Edwin Onimi, he's also my co-founder. So when we came in, we were giving out the idea of an organization that can put in women, whereby they can get like skills. Like it's not a must that we teach you to get a degree, teach you to get a, maybe go do accounting, go do either psychology, like me, become a lawyer, become a teacher. There are these things that we needed that like women need skills that they will never leave their hands. So we decided to do hairdressing and putting poultry and also computer skills, because we are now going to
now these are the skills that now you offer.
So those are the skills now we are offering in our center. So we formally now the Women Like Us, Linda Rendelman is Women Like Us Foundation. It's in Indiana. It's in US, so that is our former. So we just adapted the name Women Like Us.
Women Like Us,
and in Nakuru now in Kenya we call it Women Like Us Center. The other one is Women Like Us Foundation. Because now when we gave out the ideas and everything else, we were actually using Wamama Kama Sisi Kiswahili before Women Like Us. So when we met her, we saw like it was also good to just adapt the name Women Like Us instead of using Wamama Kama Sisi. So that is why now we call it Women Like Us. Registered in 2018 in Nakuru and in Baringo. And our core mandate or our thematic areas are in the governance, education, social protection, and health. And all these now, that is where now we have the center, which takes care of the women. It's not, it's free of charge actually. You don't pay as a woman
to join as a woman.
Because we took it as a survival center for GBV. Because like when you are being raised in a family that you saw like kuna tu violence everywhere, and from the place that you come in also there is that non-belief of women. So I just wanted a place that we could create women who could have their own voices, women who could understand who they are and the importance why they are here, and also maybe them to pass the messages to the young girls.
Wow, thank you so much, Jackie. So this is end of part 1 of our conversation on women empowerment. I am with Jackie Jackson. We shall be coming back with part 2 of this conversation. My name is Eunice Njeri. This is Hustle Zetu. And like Jackie is doing for women like her and women like us, let your light shine in the marketplace.